Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, I've got a new brand to check out on the channel. This is the Trivisa Hydra. Um, Trivisa reached out and asked me if I wanted to check out some of their knives. I was like, okay. And this is the one that was sent out. Like I said, this is the Hydra. I'll leave links down in the description. They've got a few models out that look pretty good. But as you can see here, we're definitely dealing with a front flipper button lock. We'll get into the particulars a little bit later. But green micarta looks really nice and does have a really, really good grip. Obviously, you can see you've got some milling going on there in the handle. Deep carry pocket clip, which is reversible. Very good. And obviously, it has a lanyard. So it has a lanyard hole. So just left it on there. Like I said, I don't use lanyards a whole lot, but just left it on there as is for y'all to see. But open construction, as you can see, as far as fit and finish goes, it seems pretty well done. Everything is chamfered off very nicely. Liners are good. No real issues as far as the fit and finish goes whatsoever. Knocking that off. Now, as you can see, this is kind of an homage, if you will, to the Higonokami style knives. As you can see right there. You can see the similar, sort of a modern take on it. Obviously, this one is a, kind of pretty much a friction folder. And to this day, this still might be the sharpest knife that I've ever gotten. It's a laser. Holy crap. But as you can see, there are definitely some similarities going on there with the knives. And we're definitely going to kind of talk about that here in a minute. But it is a front flipper. It is a button lock. So like I said, kind of a modernized version of the design. But that flipper tab does stick up really high. I mean, yeah, it does. And if you guys have been with me for any length of time now, you know that the really tall... I mean, I get the whole homage to the design. But these really tall front flipper... Yeah, I'm like, I prefer not. But now, I really had to get used to the fact that if I got my hand up high, as you can see there, it hits my finger. So I really have to kind of readjust. And even in that spot, it does still kind of brush my finger on opening. I mean, can you just do the regular old, basically friction type open? Absolutely. And you do have a button lock, so you do have a locking version of it now. So, interesting. I mean, blade shape, we're pretty much staying with it. Not quite as sweeping of a blade shape. More straight line, as you can see. But sticking with the pattern for the most part. Now you've got a 10CR 15 blade. There you go, 10CR right there. That's the only marking on the blade. That's nice. You do have the Trivisa logo there on the pivot. I think that's a good spot for it, personally. But overall, it's not too bad. You've got your sharpening choil is very good. It comes out past the plunge. You pretty much got a straight up and down plunge for the most part. It does angle back just a little bit. But overall, the grind is pretty darn good. Zoom out just a little bit more. Action-wise, I mean, it drops fairly nice. It does flip. The detent seems pretty solid for that front flipper. But then again, like I said, the front flipper is high enough. I do have to get high on the front flipper. Like I said, otherwise I'm going to hit my finger. So I really got to get high and keep my hand out of the way for that. Drops really nice. So the action is good. My main, qualm with the knife is just that really tall really tall front flipper. And I get it, it's needed for a friction folder, but for a locking knife, is that really needed? That's my question. My answer? No. Not really. It's not really needed, but hey, you know? But all right, let's do a quick spec check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pushing about 7 1/4. Fully open. You've pretty much got a 4-inch handle, and then you're going to have a 3 1/4-inch blade. Your cutting edge is going to be pretty much right at 3 inches. Now, you really don't have a flipper tab or anything stopping your grip. So, I mean, you're looking at, if you get it all the way up, I mean, you're looking at darn near 4 inches on the grip. So, get a quick measure, make sure, yeah, about 3 3/4. About 3 3/4 overall. So, let's do our size comparison. Well, I grabbed the bug out first, so we'll just do the bug out. Bug out is pretty similar in size. Maybe the bug out's got it by 1/4 inch or so on the blade, and the handles are pretty well even for the most part. And then of course we got the PM2, which is going to be a bigger knife for sure. But break the old scale out, see what we got for a weight on it. .8, so definitely a lightweight knife. And of course, our new pocket demonstration tool does go pretty easily into the pocket, but has pretty nice retention on it. There's your lanyard. Your lanyard can stay out there if you wish. Tuck it away or take it off, however you prefer. So that's pretty much how it sits in your pocket. Get it all the way down in there. Let's do a quick 5th pocket. Now with that tall flipper tab, it kind of bottoms out on the 5th pocket. So you're pretty much going to have to angle it in. That's the deepest part on this one. So it does stick out a little bit, but obviously, and it is, that flipper tab is pretty much bottomed out on the 5th pocket. So that's another instance where it kind of, you know, is a hindrance, if you will, is it could go deeper if that flipper tab wasn't quite as long. I mean, overall, it's a cool knife, and I get the whole, you know, sticking with the design of the Higonokami. It's just, my thing is that big, tall flipper tab is just not really my thing. You've heard me several times say, you know, I kind of think front flippers are over, and I still lean that way. If they're done low profile, easy to use, that's one thing, and I can still kind of be all right. But, you know, with a flipper tab that high, and that's definitely going to just have to end up being, you know, personal choice. If it doesn't bother you, it doesn't bother you, and that's fine. That's cool. I like just to be able to put my hand on a knife and operate it, where when I have to think about it, you know, I'm old, thinking is hard sometimes. But anyway, I hope I'm conveying that. When you have to just adjust, you know, most knives you grab, go, done. This one, I got to think a little bit more about it. And, you know, if this was my everyday carry, sure, that would probably just become muscle memory and it wouldn't be a big deal. But it's just one of those things where I have to do a little bit of an adjustment and think about what I'm doing with the knife I'm handling. So, but otherwise, other than the flipper tab, it seems to be a pretty solid knife. It came in pretty darn sharp, which is always a good thing. They do have some other models, and like I said, I'll put links down in the description where you guys can check these out for sure. This guy sells for right around $63. I think it's $62.99 on their website. I'll find you some good links, see if we can find it a little less expensive somewhere, and put those links in the description as well. But let me know what you guys think. of the Hydra, because, sorry, I guess I can't focus or zoom and talk at the same time. Oh, still on those long streaks, guys. I'm pretty much doing content day by day when I have some time. There may be a day where it just, if you don't see a video, you just don't see a video. But I'm trying. I'm trying to stick with you. So appreciate you guys. Appreciate your support. I just happen to be recording this on my birthday, and I've received so many birthday wishes from you guys that I just can't thank you enough. So that's pretty cool. Thanks, guys. It means a lot. It really does. But let me know down in the comments what you think of the old Hydra here. What do you think about their homage to the Higonokami design? The height of the front flipper. Always love hearing what you guys have to say. Really appreciate Trivisa for sending this one out. Greatly appreciate that. Hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. As always, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.